Hello and welcome to The Think Share. My name's Zach, here to bring what I've been thinking about, sharing about, talking about, listening to, reading about that doesn't belong math class. If you're new to the channel, I invite you to subscribe. Right now I'm going to just share a little bit about one of the things that happened to me on the meditation retreat, and I hope you guys appreciate and can look to see where you might want to try some new things in your life. So as it was a 6-day, no speaking, no eye contact, no physical touching, no hugging, no handshaking, no God bless yous, no thank yous. One of the things that they recognize is it's hard to deal with that and do that for a bunch of days and then go back into reality. So on the second to last day, they had some workshops where we could sort of interact a little bit more, make some eye contact, maybe talk a little bit. And I chose to do this one that was like the 5 rhythms dance. And what it was they took us through a couple different types of music, I don't remember the names of all of them, but very mellow, and then it picks up a little bit pleasant, picking up the beat, then staccato, which apparently brings out masculine energy or something, and then chaos, and then I forget what the other one was, but kind of coming back down. And one of the interesting things that happened along the way, and I don't know how to describe or explain it, but at some point I found myself crying. And there was a really vulnerable space where a ton of other people in there were the goal was to not think, just let your body have emotions and have an experience and sort of express what you're feeling in the music. So it was challenging at first, but you just have real slight motions, and then by the time you're at chaos, it's like dubstep music, you're headbang, you're swinging everything, you're just jumping around. And I realized so much of the dancing that I do, out in clubs or at parties or weddings or whatever, so much of it comes from my head because I feel like I'm putting on a show for people, sort of. I'm trying to look like I'm having fun to inspire other people to join, but I had so much fun being vulnerable with these people and just letting loose. And I think it's so hard sometimes to let loose in public and just jam out to your favorite songs. It seems like you gotta have somebody around, watching you, being with you. So that was a really wonderful experience. And another exercise we did, which one of our teachers said, I want you to really be mindful of standing up. I know standing up seems like such a normal thing to do, but when you stand up, you can think about the muscles that have to work right, that have to cooperate with each other, the balance you have to have, the strength you have to have, the neurotransmitters going through your body, and all this stuff that happens just standing up from the floor. And as she was saying that, I was just noticing a lot of motion in my hips. And in meditation, all you're there to do is observe your body sensations, your thoughts, your feelings, etc. And so I was noticing a lot with my hips. So the walking meditation period, which is where you literally walk and you're just aware of all the sensations in your foot, is I started changing up. Instead of thinking about the sensation in my foot, I started thinking about the sensations in my hip. And as I started doing that, I was doing this strut kind of, felt like I was on a runway, or a walkway. I was dancing kind of. I was wow, I just need more of this in my life. And I was so excited when that workshop popped up, to dance and to be with people and dance. And so one of the things I'm hoping is going to happen tonight, so I'm hanging with my cousin and his roommates. I'm hoping I can convince a couple of them to go out to somewhere we can dance tonight and kind of let loose and have fun. I know it's a Monday night and I'm a tourist, and no one else, everyone else is working tomorrow, so I understand if they won't want to do it. Maybe we can convince them to dance in their little apartment. But what I invite you all to do is find someone you can be vulnerable and dance around like no one's watching with, or that it's okay that person's watching. And I haven't looked them up yet, but maybe on YouTube, look for five rhythms playlists or something. See if you can find something to have that experience with. It was really wonderful, and I know there are moments when we start making eye contact with each other, and a bunch of people are crying, just letting their expression out with their bodies, and it's so hard to let below the neck do the decision making in that instead of your brain. but it was really a transformative experience. And I don't know how to describe what happened. I just know it felt really good. And I think I need more dancing in my life. So I invite you all to consider, are you good at dancing? Do you have a lot of conceptions and thoughts about your dancing abilities? And what if it didn't matter? Like, are you the type that dances in front of the camera or the mirror and literally no one sees you? Find someone that you can maybe be vulnerable with and have that experience with them. Or maybe just on your own, I don't know. But it was just really wonderful to share that with a couple of strangers that were all willing to be vulnerable and do moves that didn't make sense and might not felt right, might not have looked good. Yeah, find your tribe. Do that with them. Thank you for watching. If you like this, give it a like. If you dislike this, give it a dislike. If you found someone that might like this, share it with them. If you want more, subscribe. Stay curious. Stay weird, humans. Yeet.